his education. He's a Bachelor of Science degree from Duke University. He was a Rhodes Scholar. He has an MA from the University of Notre Dame and a JD from Senator Cruz's law school. We'll try not to hold any of that against him.
I apologize for that.
After graduating and completing his education, he clerked for Judge Michael Ludick of the Fourth Circuit, and then for, as the chairman mentioned, for the great Antonin Scalia, who I continue to believe is the most influential Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the 20th century, and he served there with distinction. So I remember I went to John, and this may say something about my recruiting habits. You'll like this, Senator Kennedy. I went to John and we met at a Cracker Barrel, and we sat down at a Cracker Barrel, and over chicken fried steak, I said to him, John, you have the ability and the record to be Solicitor General of the United States, but would you at least consider coming to be Solicitor General of the state of Missouri? And to my great delight, and I think to the great benefit of the state of Missouri, he said yes and served as my Solicitor General for 2 years and also as my first assistant in the office. But that reminds me, John, here's an opportunity to prepare for your first question. I'll just give it to you now so you can think about it. Which of the attorneys general on this dais was your favorite, and why is it me? So you can be thinking on that. John has served his state with the greatest of distinctions. He has served his country with the greatest of distinctions. I do not know a better lawyer in private practice, in public practice, federal prosecutor, name it, go down the line. I do not know a better lawyer in this country than John Sauer. I'm delighted to see him here today, and I'm delighted to support your nomination. My question to you is, will you commit to stopping the disparate treatment of Americans on the basis of religious faith that we have seen in the last 4 years? Will you make sure that people of faith are protected in the religious expression of their most deeply held beliefs?
Oh, thank you for that question, Senator Hawley. I believe my career and the disclosures made to the Senate would back up the fact that my entire career in 32 years has included religious liberty litigation on the side of people of faith, of minority and majority faiths. And I'm very proud of that. And I've won cases at the United States Supreme Court defending people of faith from government tyranny and obstruction. And so I would absolutely be committed as a top priority in the Civil Rights Division, if confirmed, to defending people of faith equally.
Will you commit to vigorously enforcing, Ms. Dhillon, Title VI violations related to anti-Semitism to make sure that we root out this scourge on America's campus?
If you want to briefly
Absolutely,
answer.
Senator, I would certainly commit to that.
Very good. I think maybe I misunderstood this last line of questioning. I thought it sounded to me like my friend Senator Durbin was defending the Korematsu decision, which I think is one of the worst and most abhorrent decisions in the history of the United States. So I just want to be clear on this. Let me give you all a chance to weigh in on this. When we have a decision that is absolutely morally abhorrent, Korematsu, Dred Scott, we can go down the line. Should officials who disagree with a morally abhorrent decision just blindly follow it, or do they register their disagreements? I suppose if they have to, they resign and protest. I mean, there's a system for this, there's a pattern for this, but is the United States of America better off if our public officials, in the face of grievous moral wrong, say and do nothing? Mr. Sauer?